everyone, I'm Saskia and I'm here with Véronique Chance from Thames Run Source to Sea for the Totally Thames Festival here at the National Maritime Museum. Hi Véronique,
Hi Saskia.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good, a bit hot but good.
So let's start by if you could introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your project.
So my project Thames Run Source to Sea is going to be a multimedia exhibition, but it was actually performed about a year ago, or a bit more than a year ago, as a live streamed artwork, whereas running along the whole length of the Thames from source to sea and live streaming using social media, Facebook Live, that kind of thing. And so this exhibition puts together all the sort of footage and ephemera from that live work into an exhibition.
Wow, it sounds really interesting. And how's it been going so far?
A lot of work. So I've got a really large 8-metre map. That's kind of going to be the main artwork, and it's about 8 metres wide and 2 metres 50 high. And that's like a planner, and it's a bit like a big collage really. And I've got photographs and drawing on top of an pieced together OS map, and I've got 14 mobile phones that are replaying what I live streamed over 14 days through Facebook Live.
One phone is bad enough.
So cacophony of sound and image in that, yeah. So that's the main piece, that's been the most complex piece.
So what made you decide to run the Thames? And I have to ask, would you ever do it again?
I'm not sure I'd do it again, or unless I did the north side. I do use running in my artistic practice. I use running because it's something I'm not good at. I find it difficult. It hurts. But it makes me think about my body, it makes me think about fundamental human things like breathing. I kind of enjoy that level of difficulty. I'm not competitive with it, so it kind of counters that competitive thing, but it is good for as I found out through lockdown, because I was practicing a lot through lockdown, it is good for my mental health as well. So when I can't run, I do feel it. So yeah.
I was going to ask you if you discovered anything about yourself along the way, actually.
Yeah, well, that I have, yeah. And I think when I do these runs, I'm on my own, so I go through a lot of different emotions, especially when the route's quite difficulty, frustration at sort of land access. So it brings up ideas about, not so much about myself, but about things to do with access to private, public access. That I didn't set out what it was going to be about, but obviously brings up those things. So those frustrations are, do come about, and of course sort of environmental issues as well, as we see sort of particularly in weather like this. When I did this run last year, we just had some torrential rain and went straight into quite a heat wave, which wasn't easy to run in. So yeah, it does make you think about those things. Yeah.
And what made you want to add drawings and illustrations to your multimedia?
Well, the drawing is a bit like a tracing of a route that I do. I worked on that for about 2 years before I actually did the run. So it's a way in which I can get to know the map. It's like a planning. I call it a planning document, and so it's quite nice to have a kind of my hand actually drawing what I think was going to be the route. I've added to it since as well and marked out the miles. So I quite like that sort of hand-drawn element alongside what's the digital element. So yeah, the sort of juxtaposition between the digital and the physical.
And where can people find out more about your project and get tickets?
Well, they don't need to have tickets, so it's on at the Oxo Gallery at Oxo, which is the Oxo Tower Wharf, which is right by Blackfriars. So the nearest, I suppose, public transport is Blackfriars or Southwark or Waterloo, so it's really accessible. It's right on the river. So the gallery has one side that's right next to the river, and the other side onto a courtyard, and also through the Totally Thames website and my website, which is veroniquechance.com.
Amazing. Thank you so much for talking to me today, Véronique.
Thank you very much, Saskia. Very nice to meet you.